Title: Her best friend openly disrespected me, and my wife defended her, saying, "That's just how she is." I said, "I understand." The next day, I accidentally revealed a secret to the friend's fiancé. Start: I still remember the sound of her laughter that night, sharp, high, and coated in wine. It sliced through the dinner conversation like glass. Her best friend, Marissa, leaned back in her chair, smirking. "You really married him? God, you've got patience, girl." The table went quiet. My wife laughed. Not nervously, not apologetically, just laughed. "That's just how she is," she said, brushing it off. "That's just how she is." I smiled, nodded once, and said, "I understand." Everyone went back to eating, but something inside me folded in on itself, something that never unfolded again. We'd all known each other for years, me, my wife, and Marissa, the inseparable trio, or so it seemed. Marissa had been the maid of honor at our wedding. I'd given her a toast. She'd cried. Back then, I thought she was genuine, thought they both were. But over time, her comments started to bite deeper. Little jokes at my expense. Private messages to my wife I wasn't meant to see. "Does he always have to be so serious? God, you must get bored." And my wife, would respond with laughing emojis. Not defending me, just joining in. You'd be surprised how quiet betrayal sounds. It doesn't shout, it hums, low and constant, like a light you forgot to turn off. The night of that dinner, I stopped being the forgiving husband. I stopped pretending not to notice. That night, while she slept beside me, I stared at the ceiling, replaying every smirk, every dismissal. She'd excused Marissa's cruelty one too many times. Defended her like she was family. Fine, let's see how family she felt after this. I didn't rush it. Revenge, like good whiskey, needs time. Marissa was engaged to a man named Daniel. Good guy, honest, naive. He looked at her the way I once looked at my wife, like she hung the stars. Poor bastard. They were planning a wedding, blissfully unaware of the cracks forming underneath. Because Marissa had a habit, a secret my wife and I both knew, a habit she thought stayed between girls. She had a taste for attention, and late at night, when Daniel was asleep, she sent that attention elsewhere. Photos, messages, flirting that didn't stop at words. My wife told me about it months ago, laughing over wine. "It's not cheating," she said. "It's just how she is." I nodded then too, but I didn't forget. The next morning after that dinner, I made coffee. My wife was still asleep. Marissa had texted her something trivial, plans for brunch probably. Her phone was unlocked. Easy. I copied one message, just one, a photo she'd sent to someone named Eli, the kind of photo that doesn't leave much to the imagination. Then I sent a single message to Daniel from my own phone. "Hey man, I thought you should see this. You didn't get it from me." Attached, that one photo. No signature, no name. Just enough to start the fire. By noon, my wife's phone wouldn't stop buzzing. Marissa had called her 12 times. Then Daniel called. Then the crying started. The screaming, the denials. My wife ran into the living room, phone in hand. "Did you send something to Daniel?" she demanded. I looked up from my laptop. Calm, controlled. "I did," I said. Her face twisted, a mix of disbelief and fear. "Why? What the hell is wrong with you?" "Nothing's wrong with me," I said. "I just thought he deserved to know the truth. That's just how she is, right?" She froze. That phrase hit harder than anything else I could have said. For once, she didn't have a defense. That night, I watched it all unfold from a distance. Marissa's engagement shattered online in real time. Photos wiped. Relationship status gone. Mutual friends whispering. The perfect little social circle starting to fracture. My wife sat silent at the dining table, scrolling. "She's devastated," she whispered. I took a sip of my drink. Actions have consequences. She'll know it was you, she said. I hope she does. The days that followed were oddly peaceful. No dinner invites, no forced laughter, no just how she is comments. The air in the house felt cleaner. My wife still looked at me differently now, like she wasn't sure who I was. Maybe she was realizing she'd underestimated me. Maybe she should have. She started apologizing more, defending less. But apologies, once too late, sound like echoes, hollow and distant. 2 weeks later, Marissa moved out of town. Daniel blocked her on everything, and my wife stopped mentioning her altogether. The silence between us became a quiet treaty. We still shared breakfast, still exchanged polite words, but something fundamental had changed. She'd learned what I was capable of. I'd learned I didn't need to shout to make a point. Sometimes I catch her staring at me, as if wondering whether I'd ever turn that cold precision on her. She doesn't know the answer. That's good. Fear is a better deterrent than love ever was. Do I regret it? No. Regret is for people who didn't think it through. Every move I made was deliberate. Every consequence deserved. I didn't ruin anything. I simply removed the rot that was already spreading. And when I think back to that dinner, to Marissa's laughter, to my wife's defense, I can still hear myself saying it. Calm, certain,